Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be looking at how to complete our conference prep Google Doc sheet that's going to help us do two big things. Number one, this is going to help us prepare for our upcoming parent-teacher conferences so that we are complete in our work and ready to kind of sit in front of mom, dad, and all of our teachers and say, here's why I'm an awesome student. And the second reason is to help us get caught off if we're a little behind so that, again, we can represent our best self during conferences. So we're going to look at kind of how to complete this Google Doc, not only during science class, but to use it for other classes as well to manage our assignments up till now. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to be completing this doc. So we're going to start by obviously watching this guide video on how to complete this, but we're also going to need to log into PowerSchool to help us complete the organizer for all of our different classes, okay? One thing to keep in mind is that as we complete this document here, we're going to be emailing any teachers that we need, reaching out to them if we have questions or if we complete any assignments late. Again, just making sure that we have all of our assignments turned in and such. So let's go ahead and take a look. For science, you're going to notice that in the very first part, we have a few rows and columns for you to help you stay organized with your assignments and figure out which ones have you turned in, which ones have you finished but maybe not turned in, and then which ones are not quite finished nor turned in. So on the left-hand side, you'll notice here are all the assignments we have as of today for our second unit, okay? These are all the assignments that we should have finished and turned in. Now, some of you might have some of these finished, some of you might have these turned in, that sort of thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at PowerSchool and you're going to find the 211 assignment, okay? And you're going to try to identify, did you finish it, not finish it, or is it not quite turned in? If you see a 0 in the gradebook, that means one of two things. It's either not finished or it's finished but not turned in. So that means you just simply need to turn it in, okay? So once you turn that 211 assignment in, obviously you delete this X and you put a new one in the turn in section and such, okay? But what you'll do to start is you'll go through PowerSchool and you'll identify which of these that you have not finished. So maybe you finished and turn in 211, so you put an X there, okay? Maybe you're going through it and you notice that 212A is finished, 212B is finished, 213A is finished. So then you can quickly delete those and be done with those first couple assignments. Let's say you notice that 213B is not turned in. There's a 0 in the gradebook, but you look in your Google Drive and it's finished. Okay, great. So I know I need to turn that one in. Okay, what about 214? Maybe the same thing. You are almost finished but didn't turn it in. Okay, then now we'll go there. And then let's say you have 215A and 215B. Maybe they're not quite finished and not ready to be turned in yet. Okay, great. So at this point, you've identified kind of the status of all of your assignments. And let's say you haven't added any of these to your drive, or maybe some of them are missing. You could always click on the link here to add that lesson to your drive and even put that link here so you don't lose it as well. Okay. If you have important links, you can also put that in this section if need be. You can use this as notes, whatever you need. This is kind of your space to put whatever you need. Okay. So maybe you go in here and you put a link for this one, or maybe for 213B, you put finish task number 2 and 3, because maybe that's all you have left, whatever you need. Okay. And that's how you fill out the first section. Okay. If you have everything turned in, done, and completed, and there's no zeros in the gradebook, okay, or maybe no incompletes in the gradebook either, that'd be awesome. You're then going to move on to part 2, which is your conference slideshow. This is something that we started in advisory, hopefully should be almost finished with or close to finished with. Same idea. Go figure out if it's not finished, finished, or is it finished and turned in. Put any notes or important links that you have there, and so on, okay? If you finish that, okay, excuse me, you're then going to go into your core classes, math, literacy, history. Same idea. You're going to identify what assignments that maybe you need to finish or need to turn in still for all of your core classes. Put any important links or notes in that middle section. Figure out which ones, obviously, you need to put X's in for which column. And then you'll move on to your exploratory class for your period 1, 2, same idea, same thing, okay? And then you'll move on to part 5, which is our homework link. Okay, this is where you're going to identify what homework you have from today or from the last couple days that you need to finish from any classes. Again, put any important links or notes here, and then note whether or not they're finished, not finished, or turned in already. Okay, so notice there are 5 parts, and this is going to be where you kind of really break down where you're at with things, what you need to finish, not finish, and turn in, and kind of go from there. If you have any questions or need help with anything, reach out to me or any of your teachers. Otherwise, good luck.